guys so much for joining us here at Cat Harmony Yoga. Today's class is a deep stretch class, and we focus on upper back, shoulders, neck, get a little bit into the hips and the hamstrings, and then really ground our energy. So we filmed this the day before the full moon, so it's a very watery, grounded practice. So I hope you enjoy it. If you like these videos, guys, make sure you click subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And if you want to learn more about these live Zoom classes and you'd like to join us, head over to catharmonyyoga.com. It has our schedule, it has the links, and then it also has the donation buttons if you would like to donate to the channel. Thank you so much again for being here, and I'll meet you on your mat. All right, so beginning to make your way to your mat. And then finding your way on your back if you haven't already. Legs can be straight out or feet can be planted hips distance apart. It's really up to you. Let the arms fall heavy. Relax the back of the neck. Release the shoulders. And begin to start taking deep belly breaths. So as we inhale, we send our belly button out and away from us. As we exhale, we pull the belly button down and in, emptying the air. Inhale to expand. Exhale, release. A few more rounds just like that. Notice the sensations that are showing up in the body. And then shifting towards a more ujjayi breath, finding the big full inhales through the nose, long slow exhales out of the nose with that slight constriction at the back of the throat. And as we do that, gently rock the head side to side. Now it doesn't matter how fast or slow you do this, but do it intentionally. Coming back towards stillness in this space. Begin to inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Expanding through that heart chakra. Let the arms fall heavy to the mat. They don't have to be straight. Breathing deep into that heart space. And then those arms are going to come down by the sides. Legs go straight just for a moment. Give them a little shift side to side, unless they were already straight. Yeah, give them a shift a little side to side. And then pull the knees into the chest. Pull the forehead up to the knees just for a breath, and then rock over onto your favorite side. Gently resting here. I offer you to set an intention for this practice today. What do you need without any judgment attached to it? Holding on to that intention as we begin to move. Gently bring the eyes open into your space. Make your way up into an easy seated position. Crisscross applesauce. palms down to the knees. Finding some seated cats and cows. Inhale's going to lift and open the heart, lengthen to the top of the head. Exhale, pull in, lengthening again out through the top of the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Last one, and you're not trying to get to a specific shape. You're listening to what your body's saying as you open, as you expand. Only you know where your edges are, so listen to them. Don't push past them. Come back up to a nice tall seat. Inhale, left arm up and over to the right side of you. Exhale, curl down through center, over to the left. Exhale, down through center. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Over to the left. Last round, real watery. Exhale. Exhale. Bringing ourselves up into a nice tall seat. Reach down for your shins or your front shin. And then start to pull and lift the heart up towards the sky, lengthening out the throat here, not cranking the neck so that looks different. Yeah, lengthening out the throat as the shoulders pull back and down. Breathe. Pull in through the belly, protect the low spine. Breathe. Slowly bring the crown of the head back to the sky. Crossing over your ankles or sliding the legs around to the side, find tabletop. There's no rush to get there, but as you land in this tabletop, hips are right on top of the knees, shoulders are right on top of the wrists. Spread the fingers nice and wide. That's perfect. Start to find some side-to-side movements here this time. Rolling through the spine. Stretching out the side bodies. And really pressing into the fingertips here so we're not dumping into the crease of our wrist. Back to center. We'll start to tuck the toes. Maybe this is already enough for you as far as feet stretch goes, or you begin to walk the hands back towards the knees. Stopping at any place that the body gives you a lot of resistance or a lot of sensation. Maybe we come all the way up, sitting on top of the heels, nice and tall. Drop the chin to the chest, pull the shoulders back and down. You can even reach the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers to press out and open. If that doesn't feel good, bring those hands back to the thighs. Right ear to right shoulder, woo! Back through center, left ear to left shoulder. Those feet might be talking to you. We're almost there. Come back to center. Release that bind. Slowly make your way forward. Untuck those feet. Give them a little tap to the earth. We'll ground down back through a neutral tabletop. Spinal balance. Right hand forward, left foot back. So you can stay here grounded. Or begin to lift the right thumb to the sky as you flex the left heel, lifting it parallel to the earth. Belly is lifted and engaged. Notice all the little stabilizer muscles working on that grounded arm. Yeah, they're working hard. Exhale slowly to a tabletop. Inhale, spinal balance, other side. So stay grounded or lift. Slowly switching back to that tabletop. One more round each side. Right hand lifts, left foot lifts. Slowly coming down. Other side, left hand, right foot. Coming back into that tabletop, we're going to find child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Reach your fingertips to the back of your mat as you start to melt the chest down towards the ground. Right, a little bit of a surrender here. All right, we got that full moon tomorrow. What can we let go of? Where can we find more ease? One more breath in this still space. And then slowly start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, lengthening out through the left side body. So you can take this really little, it can be very minimal, or you can take it very deep. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale brings our hands back through center all the way over to the left side. Same thing. Noticing the difference between the two sides and reminding yourself that there's nothing you have to be doing. So you shouldn't be in a painful sensation space. Want to keep that sensation level between a 5.5 and a 6.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Slowly we come back forward into that child's pose. Last and final breath here, or final breaths here, offering you to bend at the elbows and bring the hands overhead at prayer. This is going to be a big opener for the triceps. So don't force it. It's okay if the hands barely come off the mat. Slowly bring those hands back down to the ground. Finding your way into a tabletop as a transition. Downward facing dog. Take your time. If down dog is not for you today, stay in that tabletop to stretch out the calf muscles and the Achilles. If you're in this downward facing dog with me, let's slowly bend one knee and then the other. Melting the chest back and down as we wrap those shoulder blades out and down our back. Yeah, super strong here in that upper body. Inhale, rise high up on the tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold top of your mat. So you just tiptoe, slowly use that core. Hands can be on blocks here, guys, if you need. Relax the head, release the low back. 3 more breaths. Inhale is going to halfway lift us, shoulders back, belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain, reach the hands to the sky, lift belly, lift heart. Exhale, arms out wide like a T. Right arm underneath the left, eagle arms. So you might not be able to grab opposite palms, grab opposite shoulders here. If you have the space, maybe you grab opposite palms for eagle arms. From this space, ground down through your foundation, lift up through your belly, pull your ribs in, drop your shoulders, press the fingertips away. Stay right here or start to take the fingertips over to the right side of you. Gently, not forcefully, right? Back to center, over to the left. Back to center. Gently release that bind. Sweep the hands up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Empty the breath. Hands to the earth or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slide the left foot back. We'll be in a right runner's lunge as the heart and eyes reach forward. You can always use a blanket. Look, I got one right here for that back knee. Inhale brings the hands up or hands to the thigh. You can even stay in this grounded lunge. Let's find goddess arms, but a very gentle goddess arms. You're not forcing it back. We're just opening here very softly. Core is engaging and lifting and locking up. How can you find ease in this moment, right? Ease in our physical body, ease in our thoughts, ease in our mind. Inhale is going to bring those hands back up to the sky. Exhale, split prep just for a moment. Get out of that hip, find the balance. Hands can be on blocks or the earth. Release that low back, that tailbone area, that hamstring. Go ahead. 2 more breaths in this space. And we'll start to shift our weight forward. Finding a lizard lunge. Heel toe your foot to the right side of you. Both hands come on the inside now. Always blocks are an option. This actually intensifies it a little bit. So if hands are on the ground or a bolster, this is also nice as well. Think about sending your tailbone down towards the back of that left knee and then peeling your low belly forward, engaging it. Maybe you start to lift up into those shoulders, into that upper back. But again, we're staying really protected and solid in our foundation. Take about 5 breaths here. We'll have to get Daddy to hang those. Notice where the physical sensation is. How about that first? Notice that. Take a cleansing breath and we'll start to relax the area around it. Draw awareness to the thoughts you're having in this moment. And any emotions that are showing up. Slowly start to bring those hands back down to the ground. We're going to shift back into a wide-legged hamstring stretch or split prep here. Just start to shift the hips back. So both hands are on the inside. Again, blocks can come with you. Take a moment to kind of rock that hip side to side. Letting go of any funky tension that might have been built up. And we'll come back forward into our lizard and gently and slowly transition into a tabletop. So it might feel good to slide that back knee up first, just a little bit to get a strong foundation, and then slide that right knee back to meet. As you find this tabletop, we're going to inhale the right arm to the sky. Find some big circles here, one direction and then the other, slowly moving through the body. So it doesn't have to look like mine, but really pay attention to what it feels like. Don't just do the motion or don't just run on autopilot, because then you're missing out on all these opportunities to really stay connected to your physical body. The more we stay connected, the more we give ourselves what we need. Right hand starts to thread. Slowly come on top of that right shoulder. If it's too far away from the earth, rest on a bolster here. If you can get all the way down, we start to walk the left fingertips overhead. Gently rolling and rocking onto the side of the head, maybe even rolling onto the back of the head for the shoulder opener here. If you have a deeper expression from this place, please feel free to take it. I'm going to rock this one today. So as you encounter those places of resistance, how can you find ease? Right? Not judgment, not forcefulness, not, it's judgment, but not what's wrong with me? Why can't I get to this place or do this right? Stay out of those thoughts and just remind yourself that
It's perfect. You're already on your mat. You're already doing what you need to be doing to help heal your body, your mind, your soul. You're already there. So be present in that moment, in that gratitude. Using that left hand, take your time. You're going to gently press your way back up into your tabletop. Right arm is going to reach to the sky. Expand and open up through that chest. Exhale, tabletop. Take any movement you need here. If you need like a cat and a cow or a little, I can't even think. I can't even think what to call this. This right here. Woo, this full moon vibes feel good, don't they? Coming back into a neutral tabletop, let's go ahead and find the other side. Left arm is going to reach up this time. You move through that shoulder rotation however it feels good to you. Be mindful that you're not dumping into this grounded shoulder as well. We want to stay lifted and engaged there. And as you're ready, we'll slowly start to thread the needle. Come on top of the left shoulder. Right fingertips begin to walk overhead, and we notice that our weight is on our shoulder and not our neck here. So that means we're really engaging through our core space. How does this side feel compared to the other side? And not being mad at the other side or this side. One's not better than the other, but notice the differences so that you can begin to bring balance into the body. Last few moments here. Slowly using that right hand, begin to make your way back out. Take your time. Left arm is going to reach to the sky like you want to touch the ceiling. And then ground back down into that tabletop. Take the movement you need here. And then we'll start to find our way back to a downward facing dog. Tuck those toes, lift the hips up and back. Inhale, we'll rise as high on our tippy toes once we get there. And take that slow walk to the top of your mat, really engaging through the belly with each step. Notice the little shimmy shakes of the hands and the feet. As you land in that forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up tall, mountain reach those hands to the sky, and we'll take eagle arms, other side. So left arm underneath the right, grabbing opposite shoulders here or opposite palms. So find that foundation, so ground through all four corners of each foot. Then start to send the tailbone down towards the back of the knees. Lift up through the belly, pulling the ribs in, shoulders back and down, press fingertips away. Stay right here in this space or take the fingers over to the left side of you. Breathing deep. Fingertips gently come back through center and exhale to the other side. So we're not trying to get this super deep stretch here. We're just trying to ask our body to release gently. And when we do that, it responds gently to us, which is fantastic, right? Coming back to center. Gently release those arms, sweep them back up all the way to the sky. And then we'll exhale, forward fold, empty the breath. Inhale, halfway lift once you land. Exhale, fold, right foot back. We'll be in that left runner's lunge. Left knee is on top of the ankle here as the back knee comes down. Inhale, lengthens heart forward. Hands can be on blocks. Coming all the way up into that crescent, modified crescent when you're ready. And then notice if you need to adjust anything, right? It's not, you don't have to get there and just be there, you know? You can switch and adjust. So from here, that gentle goddess arms as you open up the heart space. Keep lifting and lengthening through the low belly, lengthening through the back of the neck. Inhale, hands lift slowly to the sky, and then exhale, split prep. Take it back. Bring your blocks with you if you need. Check in with that resistance. Breathe. You'll notice if you start right at the beginning signs of the resistance and softly breathe, you'll get way deeper into a posture than you would if you try to just hurry up and get there. Plus, you would hate it the other way. You would just be mad the whole time. So this way is a lot easier on our nervous system and our physical form. Slowly shift your weight forward into that modified lizard. So start to heel toe your foot over to the left. Both hands come on the inside, choosing to support yourself with blocks or not. Opening up to that heart space, engaging and lengthening through the belly, maybe even actively squeezing inner thighs towards one another. So we strengthen as we lengthen. So hip openers, again, they can cause that initial loud sensation or that initial loud thought or emotion. So become aware of what's showing up for you. Know that it's all good. It's good. And just be with those thoughts, those sensations, or those emotions as you breathe deeper. Slowly start to bring your way back out of this into that wide-legged hamstring stretch, or split prep, excuse me. So the heel's still over to the left a little bit. Hands are on the inside this time. Bring your blocks if you need them. And let's take that sway in the hips. Just like ocean waves knocking us to the right and the left. We'll start to come back to stillness. Gently shift your weight forward, finding our way back to that tabletop. Slide the right knee in just a little bit. Left foot comes back to me. Taking that movement here that you need. And then landing in that downward facing dog. Soften your knees, engage your belly, slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Take your time. There's no rush. Grab opposite elbows here. Find that ragdoll arm bind as you land. Knees can be really bent. Release the head. Notice if you can feel space in the back of the neck. As the vertebrae release a little bit more. Can you find space behind the heart center? The low back. The hamstrings. Gently release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Hold here for just a moment. Shoulders peel back. Think about reaching to the top of your head. A lot of the times, even just now, like I'll be looking forward and we're still kind of cranking the back of the neck here. See if we can pull the back of the neck long and straight. Pick up all 10 toes. Nice balanced posture here. And then as you exhale, fold, knees can bend. Inhale, we'll rise this tall mountain. Use the core muscles as we stand all the way to the sky. Bringing the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Take them over to the right side of you. Dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Right, check in with your foundation, so no sway back. Lock that tailbone down towards the back of the knees, engaging and lifting up through the belly. Delaney, sorry. Inhale brings the crown of the head back up to center. Slowly bring the hands behind you and over to the other side. This time, left ear comes to left shoulder. Press hip bones forward. What can you soften here? It might be your jaw. Let that go. Back to center. So options, hands can just rest behind the bum, or you can bring the knuckles to the middle of the back and kind of flatten them out as we pull the chin to the chest. Inhale brings the crown of the head back nice and tall to the sky. And then we'll sweep the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, empty the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Slowly walk your way out to a plank or modified plank. As we exhale, we're going to lower knees, chest, chin, and come all the way onto our bellies, setting up for a cobra back bend. So hands are underneath the shoulders, press to the tops of the feet. Inhale for that heart opener. Exhale, lower down, forehead to the earth. Inhale, rise, cobra. Engage the belly. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Last one. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. As we lower all the way down, we're going to take a moment, resting our forehead to the earth, gentle shift in the hips side to side. Then we're going to take a shoulder stretch here. Left arm comes out, palm down, or you can find like a 90-degree angle here. And then take a bend in your right arm, slowly pressing your weight over onto that left shoulder. Legs can go wherever you like. Be sure to rest and relax the head back down to the mat. Find some ease in this space. Relax Relax your neck. Relax your face. Last 2 breaths here. We'll slowly start to make our way back to center. Take a moment in stillness. Allow that shoulder to rest. Allow your neck to rest. And if you need it, take some movement here, rolling through that left shoulder. As you're ready, we will also make our way over to the other side. So right arm is out, palm down. You begin to press your way over onto that shoulder, opening up to that heart space. Be sure to rest and relax the head back down. Find as much ease in this space as you can. And remember, there's nothing you have to be doing, no forceful movements. Ease in this space. Last 2 breaths. And slowly begin to make your way back to center. Find that stillness for 2 breaths. Let the whole body settle. Then roll through that right shoulder if it feels good to you. Beginning to slowly make your way back into a downward facing dog, just as a transitional pose. So there is no rush to get there. Make sure arms are shoulder distance apart. As you land in this down dog, how does it feel compared to the first one of class? Right? Without judgment. Just how does it feel? And we'll inhale, rise on the toes, and slowly make your way up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Taking a little inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Take a deep bend in the knees. Go ahead and make your way all the way down to your bum. Keeping those blocks nearby. Let's settle in for a half Gomukhasana. So right leg is out straight. If the hamstring is quite tight, you can roll up your blanket underneath your knee here to give you a little bit of cushion. Left leg wants to come up and over to stack on top of the right leg. If that's not happened today, no worries. Find that seated tree, okay? So wherever you're working from, I'll show you those variations again. We got seated tree, half Gomukhasana. We're going to start to shift our weight forward. Pull the belly button up and in, and then get right there at that first sign of resistance. So this is about it for me here. So then you just begin to breathe. Where can I soften? Where can I relax? Not how can I get closer to the ground. Just shift your perspective over to how can I just feel more comfortable in this moment? What do I need to let go of? You can always use a bolster or a block to support you here. So this can be a quite intense stretch. Remember to keep us on that scale of 1 to 10 at that 5.5 to 6.5 range. You should still be able to comfortably breathe, relax shoulders, relax jaw. Even if they tighten back up again, relax them back down. If you're able to relax, you're still in a safe space. Few more moments here. Inhale starts to bring us back up nice and tall. Whatever variation you're in, we're going to gently unwind. Plant feet, lean back into our hands and just gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. Very passive movement. And making sure that the feet are hips distance apart, maybe a little bit wider, and start to drop those knees over towards the left side of you. So that right leg will be like on the top. And then from here, find that cow spine, opening up to the heart space. Slowly coming off of your hands, come back to center, crisscross, easy seat just for a moment. Interlace the fingers and start to roll through the wrist. Give the hands a little shake. And we'll start to make our way to the other side. So that left leg extends. Right leg can be in seated tree. Or begin to cross up and over for that half Gomukhasana using any props that you need to here. When you begin to tip forward, a blanket underneath your knee is also an option. When you begin to tip forward, find that edge. And then start to release into it. We're here for a little bit, so don't feel like you're rushed. Keep that left heel nice and flexed. You might feel this all the way from the heel the back side of the leg, up through the hip, the tailbone, and then all the way out the back of the neck. If you feel one of those areas way more than the other, then just remember that, because that's a tight area for you, and just breathe that kindness and that ease into that space. Last few moments. Then we'll inhale, begin to rise up, nice and tall. Slide those legs side by side, plant the feet, windshield wiper the knees. Coming back to center, make sure the feet are a little bit wider than hips distance apart, and then allow the knees to fall to the right side of you. Inhale lifts the heart to the sky. Your legs might not look quite like mine, but this definitely is tight. So if your knees are up here, yeah, that's okay. If they're all the way down to the ground, that's okay as well. Just extend and expand open through the heart space to the best of your ability wherever you are. Press into the fingertips. Breathe and soften. Knees start to come back through center. Making your way up into an easy seated position. Circle those wrists. Shake those hands. And then start to make your way onto your back. Sitting up for a back bend here. Final back bend of practice today. Final heart opener practice today. I'll offer you bridge pose, but if you have a favorite one, please take what you like. Feet are hip distance apart here. We begin to press into the feet as we lift and open up to the heart space. Shoulder blades walk together slightly behind the back, and then there's a gentle tilt of the chin towards the chest. Inner thighs are pulling in towards one another, so we have this nice foundation for our hips and our core here. Exhale, we slowly make our way back down to the ground. Pull in through the belly. And then offering you hip stand, hips on a block or legs up the wall for this next inversion. Of course, as always, take what you like. But for this hip stand, we're just going very gentle today. If you're doing this in real time, this is for the day before our Virgo full moon. So just being gentle with ourselves. If you want, you can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Just allow yourself to be held and supported by the earth here. Relax and release as much as you can. Last 3 breaths. Knees begin to come into the chest. Maybe you give yourself a little hug here. Then head into our final spinal twist. Knees fall to the left, arms open out wide. If you like a deeper twist or a more gentle twist, please take it. As you open up here, try to relax into that right shoulder. Release into the low back. Knees come back through center, making any adjustments necessary, and head over to the other side when you're ready. Knees come back to center. Taking any final movement that you need to take to complete your practice today. And when you are ready, releasing out into your Shavasana, using any props that you need. And then as you find yourself in that comfortable space, let go. Let go of your breath. Let go of your practice. And just take the next few moments to allow the body and the mind to rest and heal. Shavasana. beginning to come back to your breath. Bringing gentle, subtle movement into the body. Maybe reaching arms overhead like you're waking up first thing in the morning. And then stay here, make your way onto your favorite side. Right back where we started this practice. Check in with yourself. How do I feel physically, mentally, and emotionally in this present moment? Without any judgment attached to it. And then as you're ready, we'll begin to make our way up into an easy seated position. Bringing the hands to heart center as we close out this practice in a seat of gratitude. Gratitude for this moment, this opportunity to move and breathe. Gratitude for the intention you set for today's practice and the choice you made to get on your mat. And as you're ready, we'll slide our thumbs up to our forehead, finding gratitude for one another and the energy we just shared. Namaste, friends. Namaste, guys. How's everybody doing? Is everybody still in Shavasana? I was kidding.